so final segment of the night, special guest, Garrett Cutter, sitting with us. We are going to put a bow on this episode, and our final segment is going to be NFL Week 3 predictions. Really pretty solid week in the NFL last week. Some really good games, especially that Kansas City Rams. Yeah, Kansas City and Ravens game was pretty solid. Wrapped up last night with Aaron Rodgers finally looking like Aaron Rodgers again. Yeah, for real. You and me on the fantasy team together. But I got to give credit where credit is due because we're going to talk about them just a second on Thursday night. Big Panthers fan, and he's been telling me, the Panthers, they could win 25 games this year, even though there's only 17 games. And you know what? 2-0. Defense looks really good.
I'm becoming a believer.
Really good. Yeah. And Sam Darnold is a game manager for the first time in his career, and I think he's actually handling it really well. So
told you, better system, better people around him, better coaching.
Matt Rule Matt Rule has been proven in all of his life that man can turn programs around, and here he is on the highest level getting it done. So that's actually going to be our first game for the segment. We don't have a whole lot because there's not a whole lot of actually pretty close slated games this week. But Thursday night, Panthers at Houston. It's not a close game. It's an 8-point line. Panthers are favored. And we'll start down with you on your end.
Yeah, I'm going to go Panthers because, Houston doesn't have a quarterback.
Right.
Tyrod Taylor's on the IR for at least, 6 weeks?
Yeah, David Mills is the Stanford quarterback that stepped in. He threw 180 yards or something in a touchdown last week, but...
the Panthers front seven, front eight is, they look really good right now.
Yeah.
And just the Panthers offense in general is looking really good. So, like you said, Darnold being a game manager, going out there, controlling the game, controlling the ball, not turning it over, looking really good. So I'm going with the Panthers.
Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers. I think, like you said, the defense can hold Houston to 10 points or less, and I think, Sam Darnold probably only has to put up 7. Sam Darnold has to put up about 17. Maybe he slides into that 24 spot,
right.
And that's probably going to be your game.
Yeah, this is an easy one for me. Panthers, Houston's got so many issues on offense, and the Panthers' defense has looked incredible. So.
Second game on the slate. This one's actually a 3-point line. Saints at New England. New England at home, 1 o'clock in Foxborough, only favored by 3. Saints or the Patriots?
This one is so tough for me, especially because of the Saints outing this past weekend.
Yeah.
It was horrible to watch, especially as a fantasy guy. But I'm going for the turnaround here. I'm actually going to pick the Saints on this one.
Okay.
I think that we're going to see a better offense come out this week.
Okay. I'm kind of torn with you. Am I going to see week 1 Jameis Winston that only throws for 180 and 5 touchdowns, no picks, or am I going to see week 2 Jameis Winston that eventually got benched for Taysom Hill? So I'm going to go with New England, and I think Mac Jones is starting to get a little more comfortable week by week, starting to get more fluid in the system. I think Bill Belichick just really knows how to build a great defense and knows how to make it difficult for some of those lower end quarterbacks in the NFL. And I'm considering Jameis Winston one of the lower end quarterbacks in the NFL. So for me, I'm going to take the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going with Patriots as well.
Okay.
After seeing New Orleans last week against Carolina, and after what they did to Green Bay the first week, it was a complete
180.
It was god awful. But I think Belichick at home, with like you said, Mac Jones getting more in line with the system and understanding the play call, the plays and everything. Yeah, I like
New England.
Belichick and the Patriots there.
Yeah, I'm personally betting that we're going to see week 2 Saints compared to week 1 Saints. So another close game on the lines. We got Falcons at the Giants, also at 1 o'clock. Starting on your end.
Again, that's going to be which Giants team shows up. Is it going to be week 1 Giants or is it going to be week 2 Giants that look really good? Give me the Giants.
Okay.
Give me the Giants.
Okay. MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. I'm going to go Atlanta. I'm going to take Atlanta here on the +3. We're taking them to win, not the line, but I think that's a close enough line. I feel really comfortable with it. I do think that we saw a different Atlanta team in week 2. Obviously, still a lot of offensive line issues. Figuring out how does Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage and Kyle Pitts and all of this work together. I thought Mike Davis actually caught the ball well in the backfield week 2. Atlanta's defense is still terrible. But New York's offense isn't that explosive. I mean, they can score touchdowns, but I don't think that they can probably stop this high-flying Atlanta's offense right now. So I'm going to take the Falcons.
What's the situation with the running back in Atlanta?
It's Mike Davis.
It is Mike Davis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they had.
They have some other running backs, but I mean, Mike Davis has been getting
he should be the starter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is a toss-up between these two teams.
Yeah, you're going to find the NFL slate a lot harder than the college football slate.
Who do I think is the better offense? Because that's probably who wins this game. Slightly better offense, going to be probably the Atlanta Falcons. I just think they have a little bit more in their arsenal, so I'm going to go Atlanta.
Okay.
I was torn.
Starting back on your end, we're going to have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a current 3.5 line in the favor of the Steelers.
Ben is hurt.
Yeah. What is the status of his injury? Do we know?
The last I saw,
shoulder?
They hadn't said what it was going to be yet, as far as if he was going to play or not. I can't remember if it was the shoulder or if it was. I think it was a pec.
Okay.
It's a pec.
Okay.
He's questionable is what he's listed as, which they have Devin Bush and Joe Hayden also questionable.
Man, this is tough. I mean, I know that.
Yeah, Joe Hayden's questionable with a groin, and TJ Watt's actually questionable with a groin as well.
Yeah, I want to say they got some good news today on TJ Watt that he's expected.
Yeah, it doesn't look like TJ Watt's on the injured list.
I want to say that I read that today that he's expected to make a return.
Yeah, TJ Watt's not on there. Oh, well, hold on.
No, he's listed on the injuries right here.
Full injury report here.
We need Alex here.
Yeah, Alex would know.
Yeah, he would definitely know.
So,
this is tough. I mean, that was a tough loss for Pittsburgh last week. I know Ben, with his comments afterwards in the press conference, taking the blame, saying that he's got to be better. I mean, he's not wrong. I think that that's definitely true. Steelers defense, TJ Watt possibly coming back. You know what? I got to go with the bounce back for the Steelers this week. Going Steelers on this one.
yeah. It says that TJ Watt has a chance of playing in week 3, reported by Ian Rappaport today. So if they're coming out on a Tuesday and saying, or no, that was on Monday actually that he said that, then I think he's going to be fine. So for me, a lot of injuries for the Steelers, but I still think that the Bengals' offensive line is the biggest question for me in how the Bengals are ever going to play this season. So for me, I still like my chances with Pittsburgh's defense getting to Joe Burrow a lot, making him uncomfortable, making him get the ball out fast, which he can do. But at home in Heinz Field, Pittsburgh gets a little bit of favoritism, so I'm going to go with the Steelers.
I'm going to Steelers as well.
Yeah. Okay. Down on your end, I actually think this is the game of the week. This could be honestly an NFC Championship game in the future. It's at the 425 slate. It's in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Los Angeles Rams. God,
struggling.
Woo! It's the end of the episode, baby. It is the end of the episode. So, anyways, you got Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. Starting on your end.
What did the Rams do last week?
They won by 3 over Minnesota. Yeah.
Minnesota. And this is a home game?
This is a home game for the Rams. Tampa is favored by 1.
This is tough, man.
This is a tough match.
It's really tough.
This is the game of the week right here.
Yeah, I agree.
Give me the Rams at home. Give me Stafford.
I respect it.
Give me Stafford at home.
I respect it.
With Cooper Kupp going off last week and
yeah,
just everything else they have, give me the Rams. Jalen Ramsey's going to be all over those guys.
He's going to be all over Mike Evans. And
that sucks for me.
That does suck for you. But, I'm interested to see, does Antonio Brown step up to the plate?
Not last week.
Is Boye going to be able to cover Chris Godwin, which I think he can? So, Gronk has been an absolute factor for that team in the first couple of weeks.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Can anyone in the linebacking core cover Gronk? The defense for Tampa isn't that
hasn't
great.
Looked that good.
Yeah. So, can Matthew Stafford in this offense? I'm interested to see if they can run the ball with Sonny Michel because they're not going to get Darrell Henderson Jr. It doesn't look like. So,
Michel's not a bad back though. I mean, he's
not. Certainly, certainly has proved himself. I'm going to trust in Tampa on this one, but I'll say this: if Tampa doesn't win this, I'm going to feel really good about the chances for the Rams in the future. So, I'm going to take Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford has looked really good as he ever has. Like you said, Cooper Kupp, week 1, week 2, phenomenal.
He's on fire.
But I think that Tampa has gotten more people involved on offense, and I think when they're able to do that, they're slightly more dangerous on that end. I'm gonna go Tampa.
Okay. Looking at Seahawks at Vikings, 425 as well. Seahawks favored by 2.
I'm blanking. Is what's his name still hurt?
What's his name for who? Dalvin Cook?
Yeah, Dalvin Cook. Is Dalvin Cook still hurt for a week?
Probably.
Let's see.
Dalvin Cook hasn't played a full season.
My brother was just trying to trade for him today, so he must not be that hurt if he is hurt.
Who are you trying to trade for?
He's trying to trade Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's not showing up on their injury report.
Who has Dalvin Cook?
I mean, I don't even know why I really asked that. I mean, the Seahawks have looked really good.
Even though they lost last week in overtime with the Titans?
I mean, what can you do about that? That's not their offense. I think that's defense in that second half.
Yeah.
Can't stop that man beast that they call Derrick Henry.
I mean, yeah. I don't think that... I mean, Dalvin Cook is a phenomenal running back, but I don't think he's strong like Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to rely on Russell and his weapons on offense.
Yeah. All right. So Seahawks for you.
Seahawks.
And I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Vikings are 0-2, and they played some interesting matchups. I mean, I think the Arizona Cardinals are a better team than the Minnesota Vikings. They only beat Minnesota by 1. They lost to the Bengals in overtime week 1, which I thought probably wasn't a great loss, just personally. But I just don't know that Minnesota has the firepower to go, to beat Seattle, honestly. I mean, that's offense. Seattle's offense right now is off the charts.
Yeah.
I mean, they are really off the charts. So I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm looking for at least 2 40-yard touchdowns at TJ Lockett again.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going Seahawks.
He has Russell Wilson.
I have Wilson, so
he's been benefiting from our touchdowns as well.
All
So.
right.
All right, so now primetime games, Sunday night, NBC, Green Bay at San Francisco. Right now, the 49ers have opened as a 3.5-point favorite.
Give me Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Give me Aaron Rodgers to stay where he's at, be more like Aaron Rodgers, and throw for another 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Okay. Wow. Aaron Rodgers is my fantasy quarterback, and and I'll be honest, I was really happy about the game that he played this past week. That being said, I like San Fran's defense better. I like San Fran's ability to move the ball better. I mean, Deebo Samuels, the former Gamecock, has started this season absolutely on fire. San Fran has no running backs. Pretty much all of them have gotten injured at this point.
Literally.
But I've seen rumors that this is Trey Lance's coming out party, that they've secretly been building Trey Lance for kind of week 3, week 4, and you're going to see a lot of him and Jimmy Garoppolo switching out. So I think it's hard to prepare for 2 quarterbacks, especially how different those 2 quarterbacks are. And so I'm going to take the home favorite. I'm going to take San Fran.
I like it. I respect it. I was pleased with the way Green Bay played this past week. Phenomenal game for Aaron Jones on the ground, catching passes. Pretty cool story with him, by the way. Did you see what happened with him and his chain?
No.
So he wears a chain with his father's ashes, I believe, either father or grandfather, ashes in his chain, and ended up losing them in the end zone on one of his touchdown catches. Post-game interview said, my dad wouldn't want it any other way. If I were to lose his ashes somewhere, it would be in the end zone. And then later that day, I don't know if staff or crew there, they ended up recovering the necklace with the ashes.
That's
so
awesome.
I was able to find it. So cool story with that. Anyway, I was pleased with that. I wasn't super pleased with Green Bay's defense. It was pretty rough, especially there in the first half. If what you say is true about Trey Lance, I'm going to go 49ers at home.
Okay. I understand it. I mean, I feel the same way. I feel the same way personally, but not sure how this ended up being the Monday night game. Probably because I guess there's
Dallas.
I guess there's probably because there's a college game in Dallas Stadium on Saturday, so they needed a date or be able to set stuff up. But
Yeah, it's a big game.
Divisional rivalry.
Yeah, big game.
Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys. Right now, Dallas is favored by 4. Who are you taking?
You're the boys.
We them boys.
Give me the boys.
So Dallas for Keith.
And especially with the way that Prescott's been looking, I mean, he's definitely back. I mean, he is just tearing it up. He didn't really tear it up last week, but I mean,
You want to get my pick out of the way?
yeah, go for it.
Yeah. If you feel like
I'm going to keep it short and sweet on this one. Give me the Cowgirls.
Okay. Philly did not look good week 2, and that scares
Not
me.
at all.
That scares me. San Fran does have a good defense, but they put up 32 on Atlanta week 1. We know how bad Atlanta's defense is. I have felt like Dallas has probably played one of the harder schedules in the first 2 games out of all of these teams. I'm a big Chargers fan. I really think the Chargers can be a really good team this year. And of course, we all know that Tampa Bay was, a champion. So this is homecoming for Dallas. They get their first game in their home stadium this season because they've been on the road. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. So a clean sweep on the Dallas Cowboys here. Even though Amari Cooper is questionable and they've lost a lot on defense, but
Dexter Lawrence is out indefinitely.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence. Wait, you mean DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
From South Carolina, by the way.
Yeah,
Silver Belt High School. Yeah. So, all right. So that's going to wrap it up for us. That's just the 10 that we're going to do for NFL Week 2, and we'll see how your predictions go. We'll keep up with them.
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah,
We'll
keep
let
you
know.
posted.
So, if you do better than Adam, we'll fire Adam. And
We'll bring
I need
you
a
in.
prize. I need you to buy me this beer.
I'll buy you. If you win out of the 3 of us, as far as the predictions go, I'll buy you that beer.
Deal.
So, you want college or NFL predictions? Which one you want? I'll even let you choose which slate that you have to win out of.
Oh God. I'm gonna go with my college predictions.
Okay, college predictions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and that's going to be it for the boys tonight. As always, make sure you're following us on social media: Instagram beer_bacon_bros, Facebook Beer Bacon and Bros. You can find us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, if you're watching, you already know we're on YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribing. Feel free to comment as always if there's anything you want to rebuttal with us, if there's anything you want us to do, beer review wise or talk about sports wise. We're totally open for it. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, and make sure you're sharing our page for us.
Or just about anything in general, doesn't have to be sports.
Yeah,
Just anything.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that like button, subscribe. So hit it with the Disney thing. So, but special thank you to Garrett for stepping in this week and joining us on the show. And
Appreciate it.
make sure you watch the Ryder Cup this weekend. Learn a little bit about it and enjoy representing our country.